team picks. Let's ride. All right, so last week I did game by game. This one we're going to just do all of them and talk about all of them. Let's start with the nitty-gritty. Miami, Florida. Coach Napier job is on the line. It's on the line. DJ Lightweight cannot have another game like how he had against LSU. That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. Big time road game against the Hurricanes. I like my Hurricanes. I'm rolling with my squad, man. Carson Beck, he's in the Heisman conversation. They've been looking good. Mark Fletcher, CJ Daniels, Malachi Tony. Defense looks like some studs with Ruben Kane. I mean, boy. Now, Cristobal actually praised Florida. This is what he had to say. Now, Cristobal had this to say about the Miami, or about the Florida team. He said, it's one of the most talented teams we've seen in 4 years. Now, obviously, I agree with him. Florida is a talented bunch, but as y'all know, talent is not everything. It's all about the camaraderie, the cohesion, playing together. I thought the defense carried the day against LSU. Yes, they did. They balled the hell out. So, they did their thing. But DJ Lightweight cannot turn the ball 5 times. And he only gave up 13 points against LSU, if we're being for real. Remember, one of those was a pick 6. So he right. That team talented. But I feel like my Canes, they on a mission. So I got my Canes with a victory, 31-17 over the Florida Gators. All right, let's get to one I'm super excited about that I'm going to try to pay a lot of attention to. Utah versus Texas Tech. Really big game in the Big 12. Obviously, Utah with Davon Dampier. They got a Heisman candidate, I think. A guy that's playing some very good football for them, taking them to new heights. You know, they had Cam Rising in the past. I think Utah, with the ability to run the football, air it out as well with Davon Dampier, the receivers they have, they should be able to do work. Now, if you're Texas Tech, you invested a lot of money into this team. This team is supposed to take a step forward. You're finally ranked in the AP poll. I'm hoping it lives up to the billing, but I think this should be a big game between 2 Big 12 caliber, championship caliber teams in that conference. So this one should come down to the wire. I got a shootout, 45-42, Utah, big time victory at home. All right, next up, we got Arkansas versus Memphis. Arkansas had a pretty good game on the road, obviously against Ole Miss. They did their thing. Taylor Green's continue to look and play at a high level. Memphis, we know what they've been able to do offensively this year. But I'm going to roll with Arkansas with a big victory against the Tigers on ABC at home, or on ABC on the road. All right, next up, and what I'm excited for, I'm probably going to miss a lot of it. I do really want to see it, but Auburn and Oklahoma, big-time game between 2 SEC hopefuls in terms of playing in the championship game. Auburn has looked good. This is probably one of their first true tests of the year, going on the road to Oklahoma at Norman. If you're obviously Oklahoma Sooners, you feel good about the start of the year. You feel like you've improved at the quarterback position in John Mateer, who's a Heisman candidate as well. And then this is a revenge game, you know what I'm saying, for Jackson Arnold and company. Now, Auburn has the talent. Auburn has a really good offense. It's looked good under Jackson Arnold. They've been able to air the ball out. Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton Jr., so many more guys, Malcolm Simmons and so much more. Big game on the road, though. But it's really a defining game for both teams because if you can win this, you advance to 4-0, and you have a very quality win on your resume. The loser likely moves down. If you're Auburn, you might fall from the rankings, unfortunately. But big game for both teams. I'm going to roll with Oklahoma at home. I believe in John Mateer and the offense. I got a 31-21 victory for Oklahoma. Next up, they got this one on upset watch, Tulane versus Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss, and I said I feel like they have a hidden gem with Trinidad Chambliss. He looks way better, you know what I'm saying, than Austin Simmons. 412 yards and 2 touchdowns so far. Last week, 21-29 with 350-plus yards passing the tub. Two touchdowns on the ground as well and 60 yards rushing. The kid is elite. Now, when you look at Tulane, you look at what they got. This is one of the best teams, group of 5 that you'll probably find in the nation. Them in USF. Will not be easy to beat them, but you at home, you should be able to handle business. I got Ole Miss with a big victory at home, 41-24 against Tulane. All right, next up, you got Nebraska versus, obviously, Michigan. Big game for both teams. Bryce Underwood's been doing his thing with the Wolverines. This will be a really good resume-defining win, I think, for them. I know Nebraska's not ranked, but it would help them a lot to go on the road and beat the Cornhuskers, the team that's undefeated, has been playing some really good football here of late. Justice Haynes was doing his thing. You got a very stellar defense if you're Michigan and the Wolverines. And then if you're Nebraska, Dylan Raiola, this is your time to shine, baby. This is your time to shine and show the world. Stop sleeping on me. I got 8 touchdowns and nearly 1,000 yards passing through 3 games. Stop sleeping, stop playing on my name, and I'm going to show you that I'm the real deal Holyfield. So I'm excited for that game as well on 3:30 on CBS. Probably one of the better games of the weekend with that one, along with Utah and obviously Texas Tech. But I'm going to roll with Nebraska at home, 31-28 walk-off victory for the Cornhuskers. All right, next up, I gave y'all an update on some of the news. Lenora Sellers is slated to play. Pete Nako's updated, I think, last night or early this morning where he said Lenora Sellers is probable to play. Big game on the road against Missouri with Bo Perbula. They've looked good offensively this year. This is a team that's wanting to take that step forward. Eli Drinkowitz. They've looked good offensively. They can put up a lot of points on you. The defense for South Carolina has been pretty decent so far to start the year. The offensive line has been struggling in terms of protection and keeping Lenore Sellers upright. But when Lenore's back, he's a superstar. Having him back will help you out a lot. So I got South Carolina Gamecocks upset victory on the road against Missouri. Really a resume-defining win. And if you're South Carolina, you can't take any more losses really right now. You already got one. You don't need many more. Next up, another really good game at 7:30 on NBC. Illinois versus Indiana. Illinois is the team with Luke Altmaier that, hey, they're trying to do what Indiana did last year in the Big Ten. They're trying to make a college football playoff, right? And this is how you do it. Going on the road, hostile environment with the Hoosiers who's trying to prove, hey, last year wasn't a fluke, right? We're back. We can run the football. We have a pretty good defense, and we're going to stout you down. Now, this is a true test because you're facing against one of the best quarterbacks in college football, Luke Altmaier. So a tough test for both. I got Illinois, though. Late victory, 24-21 over Indiana. So I'm going with the Fighting Illini. All right, next up, you got Baylor versus, obviously, Arizona State. Arizona State has a little bit of struggles this year, but I believe in Sawyer Robertson, his ability to air out the football. This is an explosive offense. Defense is not all that good, so Arizona State should be able to pull up points. I think it's going to be an old-fashioned Big 12 shootout. 51-48 victory for the Baylor Bears. Big-time home victory for Sawyer Robertson in Baylor as they try to continue to make their trek into the Big 12 and try to compete for the championship. Last but not least, you got Michigan versus USC, man, or Michigan State, excuse me, versus USC. USC's looked good. Jada Mayava, Jacoby Lane, Malachi Lemon, they've looked good so far, and this team can put a lot of points on you. It's a team not a team that you really want to mess with, to say the least, man. This team is loaded. They got a lot of talent. I'm going with USC at home, man. And like I said, Notre Dame needs USC to be ranked, for them in order to make a college football playoff and win out. But I'm going to go USC, big victory at home, 31-14. I think USC continues to roll and they move up in the AP poll. There y'all have it, man. The feature matchups. That's my thought. That's my reaction. Those are my game picks and who I'm rolling with. Comment down below who you got in these games.